What's going on, guys? It's your boy, the Badwolf. All right, so I got a little story to tell for you. So, out of the last 2 or 3 years that I have been traveling in my vehicle with no problems, because once again, they can't just pull you over because you have a foreign plate. Now, some cops might overstep, but as long as you're not committing any crimes or violating any statutes, they don't have jurisdiction to just pull you over. So pretty much, if they do that, that can be thrown out because they don't have the right to do that. Now, if they have suspicion that you've committed a crime and they've got their evidence of it, sometimes they might even say, "Oh, we have reason to believe." Okay, we'll prove that it's stolen or prove that it's this or that. All right, so there are some good ones out there, but this is especially for the bad ones out there. Um, Sort of all that time, I finally got pulled over. The cop's like, "Oh, well, you were speeding, blah, 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 blah." So I gave him my passport card, gave him all that information, and he decides that he wants to ignore all that. So once again, this is the exact thing I'm talking about when I tell you that some of them will overstep. So he decided to escalate the stop and tow my vehicle, and then decided to take me down for basically no reason, but other than I knew my rights and he had nothing on me. Didn't even write down my plate because it's foreign, and so I had to go and deal with all of this malarkey. All right, so here's what I experienced. Okay, so this is why I'm making the video. Like I said, I keep for the people out, the few people out there who don't believe this is all real or whatever else. This is exactly what happened. Um, so I ended up having to, pay the fine or whatever else because, like I said, don't try to argue with them on the side of the road. State your facts and then be cooperative, okay? Because at the end of the day, they're the ones, like I told him, you're the one holding the gun. I am reserving all of my rights. I'm a U.S. national. Here's my identification. So what he ended up doing is because he couldn't get anything from my plates, he couldn't get anything out of me trying to claim, he's trying to get me to admit jurisdiction, he finally basically looked through the window, got my VIN, and with the VIN ran it and it pulled up information from my vehicle from years ago, okay, where I had closed out my driver's license. Now in the state of Wisconsin, you have to have, yeah, you can close it by paper form, which I did, and if you get a state ID, which I also did, it closes out your driver's license. But they never actually close your file, and we'll get to that either in this video or the next video. Okay, so what ended up happening is then he pulls up this and goes, "Oh, well, you're driving while suspended." So I ended up going down. They locked me up for a while, and I ended up getting out right away later on, quicker than I guess the average person, because they ended up finally getting my information and seeing that I'm a U.S. national. So they didn't really want a whole lot of stuff. They just thought it was going to blow over. All right. So going past that, because we'll get to that in another video. This is the part for everybody out there who's traveling. Okay. So one, I ran into that. Okay, those situations, but with the vehicle, it was taken to the tow yard. Okay. Now with me specifically, my original title I think was lost somewhere. Okay, and I never went to go get a new one. Just haven't done it, and I didn't have really a reason for it. So what I end up having to do is I go down to the tow yard, and at first they were kind of like, "Well, where's your title?" Blah blah blah. And I was like, "I don't have one because it's private property under UCC 911-09." And they were like, "Well, we." I was like, "Look, I understand that this is not a normal thing." I was like, "But I'm not a U.S. citizen, so I'm not bound to U.S. citizen rules and these laws that you have. You have my property. I'm willing to pay for it to get it out." So I ended up having to have them run the old information, the old or the VIN number, and give them the old plate number pulled up in their records as me being the owner. So I end up getting it out there, paying the fee, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Okay? And then they wouldn't even let me drive it off the lot because they were like, "Well, this and that, blah, blah." So anyway, I got it. Okay? So this video is specifically for those people who are out there. So in case this happens to you, you want to make sure that you have your title to your vehicle in the vehicle or something. All right. So what I did is I took down the VIN, my own VIN. This is after the fact. Okay, I took down the VIN, all the description information of it, removed the information on the door, and put a little plaque over the VIN inside the window so that this doesn't happen again. Okay. Then what I did was I put all that information in on a file, took it to the notary and had the notary notarize it, and then I sealed it and I marked on there private U.S. title of ownership to Mr. Lovett enclosed inside. So having that inside of my glove compartment, should this ever happen again, I've got proof inside where I don't need to utilize old information. So just keep that in mind when you guys are traveling out there in their vehicle. Some of these cops will overstep. Some of them don't even know they're overstepping because they don't know what's going on. They're only taught in their like 9 months of learning law and whatever else that these are the things they do. They basically just know moving violations. Okay, the higher up you go, you become a detective, you become whatever else, you start specializing in those things. But no cop knows all the law. Okay, they just do what they're told. Think about it. Lawyers go to law school for years to get certified in law, and usually in a specific area of it, and they don't even know all of it. Nobody knows all of it. So I get it, they're doing what they think is right, but still yet, when you identify yourself, especially as a U.S. national, and you have the information to back it up, that is it. Anything else they do from there is deprivation of rights, being held against your will, so it's kidnapping. They're also committing fraud, and these are felonies. Okay, so in my next couple videos, I will talk about each one of these other situations I experienced, how I got through it, and I will be bringing those up to you next. So I would highly suggest either keeping your title in your car or creating your own private title, keeping it in there so that you have the ability to prove that your vehicle is your vehicle. All right, so that's about it, guys. I appreciate you. Have a great day. I will talk to you later. Don't forget to check out the offers down below. There's also all the files that you guys have been asking for are down there, some new ones. And that's pretty much it. Take care. Stay COVID free. Talk to you guys later.